Good morning, Pastor George here, bringing you some WWW on the WWW. And of course, you know that as Wednesday Words of Wisdom on the World Wide Web. And those words of wisdom, as always, come from the Bible, God's holy word. Today, I want to take just a moment of your time and talk to you about commitment, or maybe I should say lack of commitment, because in our world today, it seems like there's more lack of commitment than ever before. You know, we see lack of commitment in the area of marriage so often in our world today. It seems like in yesteryear that most people that we heard of getting divorced, it usually happened in the first few years of their marriage, where it seems like increasingly now we're hearing about people who are getting divorced after 30 or 40 or more years of marriage. We often see a lack of commitment in the political world, a lack of commitment to integrity, a lack of commitment to uphold the oaths of office for those various political positions. We sometimes see a lack of commitment in the business world. Again, a lack of commitment to integrity, fairness, good business practices. We sometimes see a lack of commitment in community. We might see a lack of commitment even in the athletic world, where oftentimes high-paid athletes who have signed a contract, or a commitment, if you will, for their contract, partway into the contract, demand to have it renegotiated. Oftentimes because somebody else in a similar position is now making more money than they are. So they demand to have their contract renegotiated, even though they signed on the dotted line that commitment. Sometimes there's lack of commitment to the church, and that could be in lack of commitment to follow through with a commitment to do something in the church, or even just general church participation and involvement. God knew that that would be an issue, and so in Hebrews 10:25, it says, "Let us not give up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing." So obviously God knew that that lack of commitment would be an issue. It's even a lack of commitment to the Lord Jesus, as in the parable of the sower, Jesus spoke about that, saying that there would be people who would receive the truth and call out to him, but then turn away for a variety of reasons. And oftentimes today we see that, where people pray and accept the Lord and maybe even begin the discipling process and then just kind of fade away with a lack of commitment to the Lord Jesus. But God calls us to be people of commitment. In 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 2, it says this, "Now it is required that those who have been given a trust must prove faithful." Must prove faithful. And you know, that verse on the surface, or primarily, it's talking about those who have been given the trust of a position of leadership. And of course, that does require proving faithful. However, what about other positions of trust, some of which I've named already, like marriages or relationships with other people, our business dealings and how we conduct business, the way that we are involved in our church, our commitment to the Lord Jesus himself, or any other commitment that we might make. God is calling us to be people of commitment and proving ourselves to be faithful. So as followers of Jesus Christ, let's commit to do that. And then through our lives, perhaps the world would see the difference that Jesus makes in us, and God would get the glory and the honor. This is Pastor George, praying that you have a great day, and God bless you, and thanks for allowing me a few minutes of your time this morning.